Hi there, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the last video which explored etiquette for participants of virtual meetings. Hosts are also participants, so they should pay attention to those 10 tips as well. But as the facilitator of a meeting, you have a bit more to think about. Yes, you need to dress appropriately, select your background carefully, and all those other things mentioned in the last video. But I can think of at least 10 more things that a meeting host needs to remember. 1. Prepare. This was mentioned in the participant video. Besides the points mentioned there, unlike the average participant, hosts are in charge of planning the meeting so that it may meet its intended goals. This means that there needs to be a clear agenda, which should preferably be distributed before the meeting, which gives participants adequate time to prepare. This shortens the meeting and makes it more productive, since everyone knows what needs to be accomplished and would hopefully come armed with relevant information to help meet the objectives outlined. There are few things worse for productivity than meetings which are unnecessary or not properly planned. Make sure that the meetings are useful and will take the work forward. Also, ensure that the meeting is private. The security protocols may differ depending on the platform you use, but find out what they are and implement them. It would be quite unfortunate if an interloper becomes privy to private company business. 2. Choose realistic dates and times for your meeting. It is not always possible to get an agreement on an ideal date and time for everyone, but make the effort, especially if attendees work in various time zones. It does not make sense to have the meeting at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and your counterpart in India is snoring into his notes because it is 2:30 a.m. where he is. Strive for consensus by giving options and deadlines for RSVPs so that you have enough time to settle on an arrangement that is ideal. You have a better chance of meeting your quorum and for greater cooperation among persons who realize you tried to be accommodating, even if all persons could not attend in the end. Also, if there are any changes in dates or times, inform all participants as soon as possible. Their time is just as important as yours, and people need to know how to plan. 3. Start on time. If you get a reputation for starting on time, not only does it indicate your professionalism, but it motivates others to be on time as well. This does not mean that there is not room for a grace period. Such may be extended depending on the nature and time of your meeting. No more than 5 to 10 minutes though, since it is also important to be respectful to those persons who came to the meeting on time. 4. Inform the team if the meeting is being recorded. This is a courtesy that should be extended to participants even if they can see the glowing red dot in a corner that indicates that a recording is occurring. This is a business meeting, not a CIA or MI5 covert operation. Everyone should be made aware. Documentation is important, but you have to know your team. If recording makes them feel uncomfortable, there is nothing wrong with relying on a rapporteur to write minutes which can be distributed sometime after the meeting and before the next one. In fact, even if the meeting is being recorded, having someone take notes is still a good idea. 5. Introductions. If everyone does not know each other, or if it is a call with a large number of participants, but there are instrumental persons to the meeting who should be acknowledged, introduce those people to those attending, giving their names, title, and role in the meeting. It is not only a show of respect to those individuals, but it prevents confusion when any of those persons has to speak on an area with some measure of authority. 6. Make sure that the meeting protocols are clear. Informing participants about the meeting's content is important, but giving guidelines so that there is an orderly and productive meeting is also critical. Protocols may include strict adherence or flexibility regarding following the agenda. What is the process if someone needs to interrupt a speaker? If speakers should be interrupted at all? Possible time limits so that others have the opportunity to speak? Rules regarding phone use, etc. Not having clear meeting protocols can lead to different kinds of fecal fracas that you will waste much time trying to solve instead of moving the work forward. Let everyone know what to expect, and meetings will go smoother. And no one will be caught by surprise when you look to enforce certain rules. 7. Be polite. So simple, yet so often forgotten. There are times when one feels so comfortable at home that one forgets how one should behave in a formal meeting. Always treat participants with courtesy. Do not talk over them because you are in charge. Do not insult them or make inappropriate jokes. You are the host of the meeting. Therefore, you are also the one who sets the tone for how the meeting should go. Set a good example for others to follow. 8. Give opportunities for feedback. The purpose of meetings should not be just speeches or announcements. Having a meeting is an opportunity to gain valuable feedback from varying points of view. Allow diverse viewpoints. Make a time allowance for questions. Also, be sure to have an any other business segment as part of your agenda, since there may be other pressing issues that need to be addressed that you had not thought of. 9. Make sure that the next steps are clear. So you've finished the bulk of your meeting. You have said everything that you've wanted to say. Everyone has had a chance to say what they wanted. So, now what? It is at this point that you do a brief review of the important points of the meeting and the follow-up actions that are to be taken and in what time frame. The beginning of your meeting should include clearly outlined objectives, while the end of your meeting should consolidate the information needed regarding what needs to be done, by whom, the resources they would need to get these things done, and by when. After the meeting is complete, minutes of the meeting can be made available to the participants, including the aforementioned information, and perhaps further documentation such as graphs and charts regarding specifics such as key performance indicators and milestones to be met. 10. Be sure to say thank you. Another example of something that seems so small but yet can have quite a powerful impact. Be sure to show gratitude to those who made the meeting possible. This includes the participants, of course, but also those who made contributions to the success of the meeting. You can also thank persons in advance for the work they are about to do to meet the objectives set for after the meeting. Again, it is not only courteous, but it helps to motivate your teammates. So, there are your 10 top things to remember as a host. Is there anything that I left out? Is there anything that you believe is quite unnecessary? Well, don't be shy. Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Also, if you haven't done so yet, check out the video for participants of virtual meetings. Have a laugh, learn a thing or two, and feel free to drop your comments there as well. Thanks for watching, and I wish you a peaceful and productive day.